Hey everybody, Hollywoodpizza here, and we're going to be playing some Atarka Red today. Essentially, it's kind of like an old standard deck that was built around like Hordeling Outburst, Stoke the Flames, and Atarka's Command, which is pretty much the namesake of the deck. Atarka's Command is 2 mana, it has 4 modes, you get to choose 2. So your opponents can't gain life, you deal 3 damage, you put a land from your hand into the battlefield, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. And then we also have the Hordeling Outburst, like I mentioned, makes 3 goblins for 3 mana, and Soak the Flames deals 4 damage, and you can convoke it. So essentially, to kind of help with all these cards, we have some other either pump effects or kind of just like some cheap threats here. We have Monastery Swiftspear and the Kumanos, which we know are kind of just like a pretty awesome punch already in most red decks. The Kumanos deals damage, and on top of that, flips over into a threat itself. Monastery Swiftspear gets bigger with the prowess, and it already has haste. So we have a lot of non-creature spells in like Dragon Fodder, Hordeling Outburst, Stoke, just like we mentioned, Lightning Strike for the extra burn. Burning Tree Emissary over here is kind of just like a glue card as well, where we can cast it, use the 2 mana from it, and the Convoke itself to kind of already almost pretty much cast Stoke by itself. And on top of that, we can just have some really big turns where we do like a Kumanos into a Burning Tree into a Dragon Fodder, and then we set up into something like a Regaliasaur, which we mutate onto one of our non-human creatures, and give the rest of the squad +2/+1, so we can pump up everyone like that. Kind of rounding out the deck, we have 3 Foundry Denizens, which just get bigger as we get more red creatures like the Dragonfather or Horny Outburst, the tokens down. The Gallia here is a 1/0 we're just trying out to kind of give us a little bit of some extra reach, a little bit more gas in the late game where once we get down some tokens and the Gallia, we start attacking, we start drawing some extra cards. So a little bit more of like an aggressive kind of like token shell with some pump spells and like the Atarka's Command and Leosaur, a little bit similar to the Boros deck that we have actually played on the channel before. For special lands, we have 3 Den of the Bugbears and a Castle Embereth, including 2 Ramonat Ruins and some, dual lands in the Copper Lions, Carplusons, and Stomping Grounds. Ramonat Ruin gives us a little bit of reach with the extra 2 points of damage, same as the Den of the Bugbear, where we can essentially just make a Goblin for 4 mana. That makes another Goblin, and then we can continue to go wide and pump up our cards with the Atarkas or the Castle Embereth, which is a fantastic one of. Once we just have a ton of tokens down, the Embereth can start to take the game over and essentially just push through any type of lethal damage that we need to. For our sideboard here, we have 3 Rending Volleys against white-based, blue-based decks, something like Angels, or even control strategies to get rid of like Shark tokens or the Teferis, things like that. We have a couple Haywire Mites to help against anything that's going to be non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Something like the Portable Holes and or things like the Lane Line Bindings, ossifications, things like that, or maybe even like problematic cards like a Meathook Massacre. 2 extra Regaliasaurs, which can help against control or slower decks, just to help that extra added beef. We can just get like a super quick start, mutate on one of our cards, and then just finish the opponent off rather quickly. One of Legion Warboss and one of Squee kind of like filled a similar role where they give us additional threats that continue the strategy of going wide. 2 Rolling Vortexes against decks that cast cards for free, or even just against control. Excuse me, 3 Rolling Vortexes. Help against control or any type of combo strategies, and just any slower decks. This card is just really, really phenomenal. Even against Cat Oven, you can play it. It's consistent damage. It makes it so that their cats don't gain them any life, and puts them in just like the super awkward spot. We also have one of Clothis, which helps against graveyard strategies like the Cat Oven deck, or even the Grease Fan deck, in addition to the Unlicensed Earth, which also hates against the graveyard. Overall, I had a lot of fun with the deck. It's super aggressive, and it helps you rank up pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and jump into some games and have some fun. On the play here, so we can at least hope for an aggressive start. We have Swiss Spear into Dragon Fodder, and we have Atarka's Command. A couple Lightning Strikes, so we essentially have 9 damage. We just need to find a way to deal 11. We know we can at least steal 1 with the Swift Spear. Then Dragon Fodder makes this 2 more. Okay, so it looks like we're up against control. Gotta get the most out of our cards here. Hopefully they have another tap land. Then we know we can definitely resolve these Atarka's commands. Okay, Demolition Field. Carpaline Gorge is actually really nice right here because we can play around Sensor. Attack. 3 damage. Pump up the squad. So we'll deal them quite a bit of damage here. Okay, they just have Make Disappear, that's fine. They still take 4 damage. Still have a lot of burn in our hand here. We also know they can't play Absorb because of the Demolition Field, so it's actually pretty nice right now. They do have quite a bit of cards in hand. Tap land. Kumanos is nice here. We'll play that first. Pump up the Swift Spear. And we'll go to combat. If they have another Make Disappear here. Get another Prowess trigger. Looks like they do. Okay, just a Censor this time, so played around it last turn, but you know, trying to use all of our mana here. Okay, Supreme Verdict, sure. Hordeling Outburst. All we need to do is pretty much push 1 damage through, top deck a land. Have 2 lightning strikes. Portable hole on the Kumanos, sure. Another Supreme Verdict, okay. Play Swift Spear. Lightning strike them for some extra damage here off the prowess. Get them down to 2. Lightning strike is lethal. Okay, they're just gonna gain the life here. The Wandering Emperor. We're looking for another point of damage somewhere. Okay, Tarkus Command's not bad. I'd rather do it now while they're pretty much tapped out. I guess we can also wait a moment and do it if they try to gain some life. We'll just strike them and pass. Okay. I think we're just going to pass here. Let them pretty much tap out if they want. I'm expecting like a deluge. Alright, cool. We can just... I was really hoping that they were going to go for the deluge, and they obviously ended up doing it, so worked out for us. I think we want some more creatures. Kind of like the Vortex. Think about this though. Leosaur is pretty decent if we get like a pretty quick start. Lothus is nice because it's continuous damage. A hard to deal with threat by itself. Gonna be on the draw. Got the Foundry, but I like that it's a 1-drop. We kind of want to get the game started early. Alright, I think this is fine. I kind of would almost like some more Leosaurs, but I think that 2 is okay, considering we kind of just like going a little bit more wider with all of our threats. This is a little bit weak. A lot of lands. We might want them all again. Like, we have some beat down, but it might not be enough. Not missing any land drops, though. Try it. Ends up working out pretty decent, because now we have a war boss on 3. Burning Tree plus Lightning Strike, but they might have 2 mana open. Wow, they don't. Okay. Portable hole that, though. Fine. Really hoping for pretty much anything else here. So now is where we are starting to hit the dangerous part. We might flood out here. Play tapped. Gonna try the war boss. Alright, war boss in. Coming in for 3. Might just have the supreme verdict here, though. Yep. 4 cards left in their hand. We hit an Atarka's command. We'll hit them while they're tapped out. We're at 7. We have 2 here, so they're at 5. Stoke the Flames would be pretty nice. Maybe I could Kumanos again, just because it deals a point of damage. Gonna start taking 3 off this Moonrage Brute. I'm just going for it. Alright, Wandering Emperor. Or... They have 2 mana. They're still gonna have 2 mana now anyways, so they're at 5. Okay, they're gonna make another samurai. This puts us down to 7. Could have a casualty to make disappear, I guess. That'd be kind of rough. I'm gonna go for an Atarka's command here. Oven's veto. We top deck lands, so maybe 1 too many lands. We were really close to just killing them, so just another spell or 2 would have been fantastic here. I think we're okay. We just kind of flooded out a little bit there. Could see maybe an argument for Clothis, but it is like a 3-drop, and maybe that's not what we want. Like a 3-drop that doesn't attack or block. We just like have to hope that there's spells in the graveyard. This hand's pretty close. I actually think we might almost want to keep it. Super close. We could play Kumano into Swiss Spear. They have Portable Hole. It's kind of rough. But we're close to Stoke the Flames. Draw land, we have Vortex. And if we draw land, we're double Swiss Spear and then just still smashing. Hey, what's up, Hybrid Guy? Welcome in. Hey, what's up, Utako? Hope you're doing good. Oh yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's try it. They're going for the mulligan. Let's say we mulligan and we hit a one-lander anyways. We've seen it happen before. At least we know what we're getting into with this hand. Alright, here we go. Do they have a portable hole on one? I just have a tap land again. Alright, island. We don't hit a second land though. Get a Swiss Spear down. And start coming in. Alright, obviously all we need to do is just hit some lands. We have one more play before things get kind of rough here. See if we can make it happen. Double blue. Okay, interesting. They definitely have a counter spell. Coming in for 4. I'll play the Swiss Spear. I want to make disappear this, so I'm completely okay with it. Alright, cool. And we still have some of our better cards because we can still make tokens after like a board wipe. And Vortex is pretty good. Okay, portable hole, sure. Four cards. Burning Tree isn't bad. Let's hope that it resolves. Okay, Censor. Smash. We still, if we top deck a land, we can Outburst. And Stoke. Okay. Let's fodder actually. Play around Censor, I guess. Coming in. Yeah, they're gonna use Field of Ruin. Blow up the den. It's pretty nice. Get a red source, and then we can also just stoke here. Do they have a Dovin's Veto? Alright, no veto yet. Gonna cycle the farmland. We have a rolling vortex here. The Boros deck? I think the Boros deck's really good. Yeah, we just play this card. Hopefully whittle them to death here. I think the Boros deck is great, honestly. I didn't play the Pia version. But we definitely played that deck pretty much. We have a video of it. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. Alright, they're at 3. I'll take the damage. We're just gonna try to lightning strike them. They have a Wandering Emperor, we can make them not gain any life. Okay, Dovin's Veto, sure. We take 1. Draw land. I mean, I'm just gonna go for it. If they have it, they have it. Sure. Can't gain any life. So they can't exile their Moonrage Brute anymore. Well, one lander definitely ended up working out somehow. We were able to top deck some lands, cast all of our spells there, and stop our opponent from gaining life with the vortexes. So everything kind of like turned up the way we wanted it to in that matchup. We'll go and see how the rest of our matches go. On the draw here with some more Atarka. I think we can keep this. I mean, 9 points of damage is huge, and we have 2 creatures here. Kind of like it. Ooh, Atarka's is nice. Play this. Get this dragon fodder down next. They might just have a counter spell, but if they do, they do. It's fine. We have 15 points of burn. Wow, they are playing Greasefang. Okay. My guess? No Greasefang. Wow, just fixing their draw. Interesting. Okay. Thoughtseize, they see all of our burn. And we're pretty happy they're taking 2 damage regardless from taking one of our burn spell. Probably take a command. Command's pretty good. Okay. Thoughtseize glitch them. Draw another one. Smash it in for 2. Pump up the squad. Try to deal them some damage. Probably have a counter spell here for us. Make disappear, I'm expecting. Okay, just a go for the throat. Completely fine with the go for the throat. Deal them some extra damage here. They're at 12. We have 12 damage in our hand. So we just need to draw some lands here. Okay, Leosaur's not bad. I think we'll just smash in. Maybe McCool, maybe. Hey, thanks for Taco, appreciate you. It's all good, hybrid guy. I was thinking of playing the goblin that pumps the squad, Battlecry Goblin, I think is what it's called, right? Ooh, Deluge. Yeah, we're just gonna lightning strike him here. Wish we drew another land. We're really close to just killing them here. I don't really think blue-black can draw or gain a lot of life main deck. Or even sideboard, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Like, Cling to Darkness might still be a card, right? That's the one where they exile a card in the graveyard. Alright, so we draw a land. I'm just going to keep coming in. Just going to keep smashing here. Alright, going to pass. Deluge. Lightning Strike. And we have double burn spell here to kill them if they try to go for like the win somewhere. They could still have the win if they're playing like the combo. Metamorphic Alteration. I haven't yet. Mostly because I don't know the client that well. I think if I was able to learn the client more and play it a little bit, maybe even stream it at some point. Yeah, or Cling to Dust. Cling to Darkness. Cling to Dust. But yeah, I didn't play, I'm not playing Battlecry yet, though. I thought about playing it. Oh, me hook for 1. They get the gain of life. Pretty good. They have 3 mana open, right? Get a Castle Embereth. Alright, we're gonna just try to burn them here. Do they have a counter spell? They do have a Sinister Sabotage. This will resolve. Recast that. Alright, sure. I mean, we got them down to 5. It might be a tough road here, though. especially if they get a threat down. We want to wait till they cling here, though, and Atarkas command them, so they don't gain any life. Turn. Ooh, Stoke the Flames is pretty nice. Alright, we'll pass it back. Deluge. I mean, I'm just gonna go for this now. Yep, get him down to 1. No creatures in the graveyard as well, by the way, so can't gain any life from the cling. They didn't have a 2-mana counter spell either. Or if they did, it might have just been Censor. 5 cards in hand. I'm gonna try to just cast this as bait. Alright. I guess we also just gave them a creature though, unfortunately. A gate, okay, sure. So maybe we wanted to wait. Could have also maybe just activated Den. But if they had, I guess, like a go for the throat would have been pretty rough. Either way, they can go for the throat this. Gain off of this, they go back to 4. So Stoke the Flames is probably the only way out of this now, maybe. Can't attack through this. Okay, Fatal Push, sure. Yeah, they go up to 2. This puts them back up to 5. That's a bit rough. Have 3 cards left. They can block with this, but we get a Goblin token. They just have a removal. Sure. Yep. Seems like they just had like every answer though, and we kind of just drew 2 cards we can't hardcast. A bit rough. Definitely the downside of having the Leosaurs in the deck. Yep. They're gonna go back up to 6. They can just kill us with their all the Storm Giants at this point. Probably just swing a couple times. We can't just outright kill them. They don't know that though, I guess, right? Even if we play this, excuse me, rumble with this, they can still block. Yeah, I think we're just a pretty tough spot. Do we have any more creatures though? For creatures, gotta fight through like 12 deluges. Alright, just gonna pass. Guess we can hit them for clock damage. Sure. You also need to find a way to win though, right? Had a lot of burn spells. Crazy to think that we need more. Yep. And an Indulgence coming down. Sure. Also, don't forget we got a fundraiser going on to help support Team Magic Jank on our route to Vegas, so definitely check that out. Check that link there in the chat. Okay, all the Storm Giants coming in. They still have 2 mana open, that's fine. Gonna take the 7. Denizen not good enough. Let's make them have the answer here. Who they got? Shieldred's Edict. Yep. Gonna go back up to 7. Still no creatures. Well, we might be done for here with this Hall of the Storm Giants. We can still block maybe with the Foundry Street for a turn. But then they can also start gaining some more life off this. And the Cling. A little bit awkward there with these Leo Swords, I think. Even though we still want them in the deck. It's a little bit rough there. Float this. Be really hard for them to deal with. I don't want all the rolling vortexes here. Foundry Street's gone. Cut. I think I still cut that. That's fine. Let's try it like this. It's gonna be tough either way. I mean, it's control, you know. It's always gonna be a tough matchup. Okay. See how it goes. We're gonna be on the play again. Sounds a lot better, actually. I like this a lot. Okay, so we still have Dragon Fodder or the Rolling Vortex on turn 1. Or excuse me, turn 2. Ooh, Thoughtseize though coming down probably. Yep. I'll probably take the Dragon Fodder, but then we could just play Rolling Vortex, and Rolling Vortex can essentially drain them out for the rest of the game. So they might just get rid of the Vortex because they know they can me-hook the Goblin tokens. Alright, let's get some Goblin tokens down. Alright, gonna try Burning Tree into the Hordeling Outburst. They might have a counter spell, but we still have some creatures down. Hoping to avoid the meat hook here. They probably just have a counter spell though. Okay, that's fine. If they still have the meat hook here. Okay, not yet. Alright, we're gonna try to pump up one of these goblins with the Leosaur. Okay, they just have Fatal Push, that's fine. Just gonna come in for 4. Pass it back. Do they have the board wipe now? Would be pretty brutal. We'd pretty much be hoping to top deck a land at that point for the Bugbear. And then maybe the Atarka's Command can help finish him off. Alright, tap land and a pass. Alright, Dragon Fodder. We're just gonna smash in for some damage here. And try to just deal them a ton of damage here at once. Make disappear doesn't do it because we can pay for it. Okay, Sinister Sabotage, sure. We put them down to 5 here. And I think we just hold on to this Dragon Fodder because we still have Castle Embereth that pumps up the team. So do they have the meat hook now? They do. Okay. They go back up to 10. We're hoping to draw a land. Okay, no land, but we have 2 Dragon Fodders. So we rebuild pretty quickly. We have Castle Embereth that we can use next turn, or if we draw a land, we can still activate the Den. Okay, top deck the land, pretty nice. Let's just smash in though. We want to deal maximum damage here. So we'll castle Embereth and then make them have to have the board wipe. You can kill one of these, go up to 11, take 6, go down to 5. Okay, gonna cycle Shark Typhoon, sure. Alright, they still take 6, which is nice. They go down to 4. Up to 5. Hoping to dodge another meat hook here. Okay, War Boss isn't bad. Also just activate Den, go to attacks. Think about it. So War Boss gives us an extra creature. They go down to 2. I think that's fine. Let's try to War Boss first. I guess they go up to 3. Technically, because of the meat hook. Alright, we're just smashing in here. If they go for the throat one of the tokens, we're completely fine with that. Either way, they'll take 2 damage overall, probably, with a removal spell. Okay, 2 blockers is pretty scary, though. So they still go down to 3. Then they gain 2 life, though, so I guess they stay at 5. It's a bit rough. They have Fatal Push. They get to kill another creature, then we're just out of tokens, pretty much. Okay, clean to dust. Yep, just gonna start gaining some life, so a bit rough here. Obviously, now they go back up to 8. And they're pretty high life. So some timely blocks. And they can get back Cling. Okay, so make a Goblin. Activate. So let's see. I think they're just gaining a bit too much life from the Meat Hook Massacre in conjunction with the Cling to Dust. We could tap this to deal our opponent some damage. Might just do that. That way we can still keep some more goblins and continue to go wide a little bit. Okay, sabotage, sure. Alright, well, they're still at 8, and all they have right now is this Cling. They do have the Hall that blocks pretty well. But we'll play Rolling Vortex. They have to Cling now. They have a Leosaur in the graveyard. Ooh, Negate's pretty good. So they definitely ended up having an answer there for us. We have to attack with this, unfortunately, so they're going to gain a life. That was a bit rough there. We really needed that. Rolling Vortex to resolve. Okay, they go up to 9. Alright, clean to dust here. They're just going to redraw. The opponent's just trying to find potentially just a way to end the game here. Okay. No attacks still, that's good. We hit another den. Just rumble in. Swing out with the whole squad. Yeah. We'll have the hall, yep. Block, block. Yeah, we still end up breaking even in damage. Yeah, they're just gonna gain 3, go back up to 9. We're just like in this horrible spot. I feel like we need to hit like a burn spell. Needed to hit like an Atarka's command like 2 turns ago. Yep. Alright, at least this taps him out pretty much. Probably just swing for 7. Or blocks. Tokens. Wait here, swing. They only block 2. Maybe they trade with this. 13. But we still have to keep a blocker back. They could still gain some life. Block. 11. Block. 7. Take 3. Go down to 8. Maybe we can kill them. Okay, that's fine too. We go back up to 6. All right. They just have a cling. Sure. They have 2 clings to dust. They have fatal push, no fatal push. 2 cards in hand. You have Castle Embereth. This Spear's pretty good. That was a pretty good draw there. They have 3 blockers. Three blockers. This is scary. Could swing out. They block 1, 2, and a token. Then they still take 6. They cling though for a Leosaur. I think I'm just gonna rumble in with the Den again. Yep. All right. Do they just have a removal spell here? Yeah, they just have Fatal Push. Sure. So a little bit rough there. They had the removal spell. They go up to 8. I think we're just dead here. Maybe we just should have played the Swiss Spear and just gone for it. But they still had the push, so a bit rough. No blocks. Yep, gonna go down to 5. Alright, we just hit a land. I think we almost kill them here. Can block 2 cards. Block. They take 6. Yeah, it's a bit rough. I feel like maybe we missed 2 damage somewhere. Only 7 either way, so needed another burn spell. Kind of push some damage through. They have another removal spell here. We're just dead anyways. Can't activate the cling. So yeah, even if they block correctly, we only get them down to 1. So not able to take it out. Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book store's got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you. All right, on the play here. Some Atarkas. We can definitely keep this hand. This hand's pretty solid here. They start off with the Kumanos. We can Burning Tree into Dragon Fodder. Then we have a Swift Spear to follow it up with that also has haste or Stoke the Flames. So quite a bit of damage. Very, very aggressive hand we're going to be trying to beat down here pretty quickly. And we may be up against either Cat Oven or Gruul, it looks like. Cat Oven could be a little bit tough, though. Just because we know they gain some life, so... see what it is once they essentially make their first play of the game. Yep, looks like it is going to be Cat Oven here. Ooh, a Thoughtseize. So there goes Burning Tree. Burning Tree down. Not going to have as much of a quick start as we wanted. Or maybe they get rid of the Stoke, because Stoke can be a lot of damage here. Alright, let's get the Swift Spear down. We're just jumping in. Beaten down. Get our opponent down to 15. Essentially 11 off the Stoke the Flames. Play Copperline. Play this Dragon Fodder. Pump up the Swift Spear. Smash in for 5. Get them down to 10. So Stoke the Flames pretty good here. Deals 4 damage. Alright, Unlucky Witness. That's fine. If that's all they have for like blocks or anything like that, we can just deal them 8 damage on the following turn here. We have a tap land. Hitting lands is not ideal, but definitely happens. What's really great too about etchings is that even if they block the Swift Spear with this Witness... alright, we'll go to damage. About to sacrifice it here? Okay. So yeah, if they just let the block happen, it would just get exiled and they wouldn't get any cards. Okay, Mayhem Devil, sure. Get our opponent down to 6. So if they go for the Thoughtseize, we just have a Stoke the Flames. They play Mayhem Devil, we just pretty much kill them. Alright, so I like Klothys. Hey, Where I Might is okay. I also really like the Leosaur. Just because we can kind of just pump in for a ton of damage. Let's get rid of the Denizens. Maybe we bring in more Leosaurs. I also really like Rolling Vortex a lot. Consists of damage and it can stop their life gain. maybe over the Gallia. Maybe even over Leosaur, but we're just trying to kill them as fast as we can. I really like these, but I don't think that this is the matchup for him. Ursa is pretty good. I think we'll try it like this, and then depending on how maybe the Leosaurs or the Gallia work out, we might want to bring in the Vortexes. And Vortex just stops like the life gain too, you know? Alright, this hand's actually really good. I guess we're not able to play the Leosaur though. Maybe it's not as great as we think it is. This in a Burning Tree is fine, but if that's like our only play, that's not really that great. Even if we put this on something. Maybe it's just enough. Try it out. We have Oven, yep. Stoke's pretty good. So we're mostly just looking for any card we can cast off this Burning Tree here off the top deck. Or land, because then we get closer to the Leosaurs. We're going to put the Leosaur on the Kumanos. Alright, there's the cat. Here comes the damage. We have the Kumanos, or the Clothis, excuse me. Double Oven, wow. Scary, alright. We hit the land. So even though we're just getting a 3-3 down right now. Alright, shame really we didn't have like a 1-drop to get this Stoke the Flames off. Would have been really nice there. We're going to go down to 15. They're going to go up to 22. Well, this might almost be a creature, which might not be that good either, though, because they have Claim the Firstborn, so that might not be something that we actually want in the long run. This does flip over and not have Devotion, so... I'm thinking of a scenario where maybe once this is flipped, we might almost want to Stoke the Flame the cat. Just because the cat will be exiled. There might be a world where we do that. Okay, gonna sack. We have 4 cards. And Deadly Dispute. Wow, gonna sack the Oven. Okay. I am definitely okay with that. Getting some life, getting another Oven down, sure. Yep, I think we're just gonna close this here and start to eat away at their graveyard. Smash in. It will obviously gain some life here. We'll make them click for it. And we're in an okay spot. Clothis is just really nice here. Obviously, they're definitely chipping away at us while maintaining their life total pretty high because of the cats and the ovens, but... You know, if we get some more creature tokens down, then these Leosaurs look a lot better. Okay, they're at 20. Still have a lot of cards left. Oh, definitely not what we wanted to see now was the devil. So they can essentially start killing all of our cards. Except for Clothis. We can Stoke the Flames the devil. They could definitely chain out a lot of damage though. Alright, gonna do it now, sure. They use up their cat though, or all their food, then we just exile the cat, which would be really nice. So they have to be careful there. Yep. And let's just get rid of the deadly dispute here. Alright, we're just gonna smash in for 3. Okay, they're gonna sack a treasure. Dealing us a point of damage, sure. Alright, well. Gonna try to kill your Mayhem Devil here. Yep, Cauldron Familiar coming back. Lots of clicks, lots of triggers, everything's on the stack. Gonna sack the cat again. Okay, Mayhem Devil down. Gonna Fatal Push here. And we pass it back. Okay, Fable, sure. Pretty good. We're gonna start taking a lot of damage. We'll go down to 7. And this Clothis is not good enough here. Can definitely attack with the Swift Spear, which is nice. Get rid of the Devil. Put the Swift Spear down. We'll Dragon Fodder. Smash in for 2. Opponent is going to get some redraws, though, off the Fable, probably. So even if we hit another land, we can't double Leosaur. So these kind of ended up being a little bit so-so here. Not the best. I would have liked the Vortex, just because they would have stopped gaining life. Yep, just going to sack here. Two cards in hand. Not sure what's going on. They're just going to get the cat back. Yep. Would have been a nice time for a Kumano's with the removal spell there. Alright, so they get a redraw. A couple of redraws. Thoughtseize in a land. Ramanap. See what else they got here. Okay, claim the firstborn. Not even going for the Swift Spear, just want to get the blockers out of the way. Yeah, we're just dead here. Block here. Don't really have enough to keep it going. These were not as impressive as I wanted them to be. Almost rather have the hearse, maybe. Hearse wouldn't have done it, though. Yeah, let's do the Vortex. It's more consistent damage every turn. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see how this goes for us here. Game 3 versus Rakdos Sacrifice. And I do like this hand, actually. So we have the Kumanos. We have a Rolling Vortex to, like I stated, get that consistent damage going. So we'll deal them 1 here. Then we'll be able to Vortex. And then Outburst is pretty good, especially if we get like a Stoke the Flame or Leosaur. Okay, they do have the Witch's Oven, though. And we'll go for the Vortex. Deal our opponent 1 point of damage. So if they want to use the cat now, Okay, yep. Alright, we go down to 18 here. Obviously a bit scary. Swiss Spear's pretty nice, though. So... you have to pay a little bit of life. And let's play the Kumanos. And we'll smash in with both. So let's see if they go for the cat this turn. Or they just take the 4. Okay, gonna block, sure. Alright, gonna sack the cat, alright. Completely fine with that. Alright, they take 2. Then we'll pass it back. They want to use the cat. Then we have the vortex here, so they also can gain life off this food token if they wanted to, which is nice. Vortex definitely helps against quite a bit. Okay, Blood Tithe Harvester, sure. Definitely a magic card. Take 1, go down to 15 as well. Ooh, Dragon Fodder's pretty good, actually. Just because it means we can hold up multiple red sources here. So let's pump up the Swiss Spear. Hey, what's up, Prophet? Hope you're doing good, homie. Always good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna smash in. So if they want to get the cat back, make them not gain any life here. We'll still take a point of damage, but it's okay. So they'll probably trade with the Swiss Spear is my guess. Oh wow, the monos, okay. Sure. Okay, just gonna make a food. Completely okay with that. And we'll pass it back, so get them down to 13. Alright, just hoping that this is enough here. We get a Kumano's next turn, so more creatures coming. We just need maybe an Atarka's here. Would be really nice, actually. Atarka's command would definitely help out quite a bit. Okay. Sell the dispute, sure. They're a little bit mana light, so that could be what their main problem is. Treasure definitely helps with that. Yep, didn't even draw a land, okay. I take 1. Alright, we get this down. It's pretty awkward. Let's play an Outburst here just to get some more creatures. Our Castle Embereth's looking a lot better right now. And we'll smash in with the squad here. Probably just dealing them 4 damage, though I'm thinking that they're just going to get the cat back regardless. Seems like the play. Yep, we'll activate the vortex. Can't gain life for the rest of the turn, so even if they want to get the cat back, they're mostly just draining us, which is fine still. Like, they're still doing something, obviously. We still have pressure on ourselves here. Yep, sack it. This puts them down to 9. They want to get the cat back, that's okay. Alright, Fatal Push, sure. So they only take 2 damage here, unfortunately. This puts them down to 11. And we'll pass it back. So Mayhem Devil would be pretty frightening here, in all honesty. Just because it'll start to pick off all of our cards. Vortex helps, though. But we're also at 10 life. A bit scary. So we really want our Castle Embereth to go all the way. Croxa, okay. Alright. We take the 3 damage. We go down to 7. Okay, they make 2 food tokens. Sure. Right. So we have a lot of food. We go down to 6. A bit scary. Alright. And yeah, we can just swing in and pump up with the Castle Embereth, so... Honestly, I think that this matchup is going to be really, really hard regardless, just because of the Mayhem Devils and the Cats blocking and everything, but... overall, I think that the deck's pretty good. I think it still needs a lot of work, but there's definitely like games where you just have these crazy, crazy aggressive starts and your opponents can't really do anything about it. You also just have a lot of burn, as you saw against like some of these control decks. So overall, I think that the deck's really, really good. It just needs a little bit of work, and then I think it'll definitely be tournament ready. Right now, it's definitely good enough on the ladder where you can kind of just like rank up with it, maybe even get the diamond. So definitely recommended. Don't forget, I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I host 3 tournaments a month. All are free to play with cash prizes. You can find the links to my content and the tournaments down below in the description. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, bell notification, like, leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you next time. Stay cheesy, everybody. Be safe.